gems of Indian cricket. Get ready! Wicket to dismiss Vishmi Gunaratne. Since then, the captain has announced her arrival in India. Chamari Atapattu. She's in the mood this evening. WV and Veda. She's looked impressive. She's just reminding everyone, I am the big boss. Everyone knows exactly how important the innings that I can play set up the total that Sri Lankan team would get. And she's arrived in good style.
A very impressive mindset from her today. She was a bit circumspect in the first game. That didn't come off well. But today she's come out all guns blazing. She's been positive. She's looking to charge down the track and convert good length deliveries into hittable deliveries.
Runs again. Boundary again for Chamari Atapattu and Sri Lanka.
She's looking good. She's looking really, really good. Chamari Atapattu. Arundhati Reddy trying to get that angle. Strays down the leg. Easy pickings there for Atapattu. Gets her third boundary of the innings.
Slightly better at a regulation approach that we've seen outside the off stump. Trying to slow the pace as well. But each time the ball has been off stump where she has the time to free her arms, WV, she has actually maximized it.
Yeah, the ability to stay positive on the back of a failure separates a good and better player. And Atapattu has been very positive from the start. Good timing from her, and then the typical shot square on the offside. This one, the pickup, and she can generate enormous power. Can Atapattu? How quickly did she pick up the length on that one? And the bat speed. Incredible. The seam position was good, but the result was not, because Atapattu picked it up early enough and bringing that bottom hand into play, getting the elevation and the distance too. 72 meters. That's a great blow.
The reaction says it all. It felt so good the minute it connected the bat. The sound of it, the reaction of it, changes in the field after that. Deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg, and Arundhati comes back to over the stumps.
That's a favourite shot though. She'll be happy as she gets down to the non-striker end. She has time to understand, give herself a little more time, because she's been busy at the other end.
Going away from the crease there, Arundhati Reddy nicely angling it in, and she was ready. The minute she connected it, she knew it was going all the way out. And clearly looking dangerous here, Chamari Atapattu.
Dot ball to finish 38 for 1.
We should take a trip as a family.
Yes, if you can leave your work behind.
Strictly family time.
Hutch, you're on vacation in a town run by the international cartels. You didn't take your family there, did you?
Yeah.
There's no way you were just some family man. Find this nobody.
I told you. On vacation!
This time they've come out with all positivity. There's an appeal though. And Janani is unmoved. Snehrana might just want to have a chat with the captain, but Richa Ghosh is also in a bit of a question mark. Should the captain take the review? They don't. They decide against it.
Clarity there. High pad. Clean collection there by Richa Ghosh. The Indian bowlers suddenly are trying to fasten it a bit more. Looking at the ultra edge, a confirmation that there is no bat or glove involved in that.
There's a fielder there. Long off. Amanjot Kaur takes it. Snehrana has got the big wicket. She sent back the Sri Lankan captain, who was looking so dangerous here this evening.
Snehrana always challenges the batters. Doesn't matter how aggressive a batter is. And she's aware of the fact that there is a field out in the deep. Challenge Atapattu. She went for it. And the ball dipped on Atapattu, which forced that error from her. She's tossing it up nicely and the ball dipping on Atapattu. And this is the end of Atapattu. This is a big wicket. This is the wicket they've been working for. And Amanjot Kaur doesn't drop those. She's a very safe fielder. Of course, she took it on the fumble, but still. And there it is. Celebrations. End of Atapattu for 31 and Sri Lanka 38 for 2.
It's India who win the T20 World Cup. What's this moment like, Rohit? It's meant today. It was.
Will come another day. It's Harshita Samar Vikrama who's walked in. Another left-hander. Snehrana, as always, provides the breakthrough.
Nicely tossed up delivery. Wanted to hit hard. Slightly turning the bat there. Atapattu. Straight into the hands of Amanjot there.
Terrific all-rounder, Snehrana. Combative cricketer. And always willing to take up the responsibility.
Nicely done. Nicely done. They wanted to come back for the second. There was a thought, but eventually it didn't work out. 39 for 2. Sri Lanka wants to make a strong impression. First T20 IPL. And there we heard the captain speak about trying to be aggressive. She had a chat with Murli Karthik at the post-match presentation, and that's exactly the intent that she showcased. She led from the front while she was out there. And Snehrana dismissed her. Now it's Amanjot Kaur. Just the lone over in the first game for her, Amanjot. It's a good time to get your third seamer in.
वो महिला टीम है
Nice. Shefali Verma.
महिला टीम
Let's look at the wicket again. Chamariata got a big one. There was a fielder placed that long off, but she still wanted to take it on there. Once she was dismissed, she was trying to play that shadow. Probably if she had tried to play it over covers, that would have been a lot more safer than what she did.
Sri Lanka put it back, lost an early wicket. Krantik out picking up the first wicket again, and then it was the Sri Lankan skipper holding centre stage there, playing some lovely shots, some brutal hits as well from Atapattu. And this was a dismissal, which is really what the Indians are looking for.
Too wide. Tell you, just your thought on Veda as well. For Sneh Rana especially, to have that heart to keep tossing that ball up enough. Is it just a part of experience for Sneh Rana? Is it the skill, or is it both together that she possesses and she's able to get those wickets?
The confidence, because of her skills, that's what it is an important thing as far as the bowlers are concerned. Because if you have the skill, you don't have the confidence, you will not be able to challenge the batter. And we'll have another look at the wicket. Tossing it up nicely. There's a bit of drift and also a bit of dip as well. And Chamariata was looking to go over long on. As a result, the ball made contact with the outside half of the bat. And that it carried to long off is an indication of how much power that Atapattu garners.
That'll be easy. Get to the boundary. Safer shot. In comparison to what we were talking about, how Chamariata got dismissed.
Really good shot there, picked up early. Stayed with the shot, Hasini Pereira. What's nice about Sri Lankan innings today is that they're trying to access the straighter boundaries a lot more in comparison to the first T20 international.
Fair point, Vedya. Well spotted in that 69-meter boundary. Doesn't matter whether you clear it straight on or one bounce. It's still counted as runs. That's why the better fielders have been placed on the boundary line.
Amanjot Kaur, the field at long off. Bit of a ball, but still she held on to it. And she's also very feisty character. And even the last game doing the run out, she found it a bit of a pleasant surprise.
And you can expect Harmanpreet to go and have a little bit of a giggle and a laugh towards her teammate. I'm sure she was speaking to her in Punjabi there, Amanjot and Harman. But yeah, she's one of those good fielders, and he's one of those players you would want to go to a battlefield with, and especially place her anywhere you want the ball to travel.
Nice little bouncer there by Amanjot. Well kept by Richagos there. Harshita Samar Vikrama trying to hit it over that fine leg fielder. She needs to be careful. Not one of the powerful strikers in the Sri Lankan lineup. A very, very good cricketer, Harshita Samar Vikrama.
Yeah, Kumar Sangakkara fan, Harshita Samar Vikrama. She's idolized him, so she's very much clear as to the attacking stroke play that her idol displayed all the time he played international cricket. How can she incorporate that as well in her game? 47 for 2.
We all know danger is around us all the time. It looks something like this. It will attack. It will hurt you. It will not stop. We must be ready all the time.
should have earned a wicket in the first T20I. Starts well.
Very good start, this for the youngster. Right on the money. The Indian spinners have been really good. Rana, look at the way the ball dips when she bowls. Have a look at it. Always dropping short on the batter.
Nicely struck. There's a fielder though. But just to talk and go back to Rana's variety of bowling, that was spot on.
She's making the ball dip on the batter. You can see Attapattu coming onto the front foot, looking to play a big shot, but the ball is dipping on her. And then she tosses one up nicely, and that makes Attapattu go for the big one. And that's where she's mistimed the shot.
Four more. They mean business this evening, the Sri Lankan batters. Harshita loves playing the sweep shot. There is deep square leg and deep mid wicket. Gets it right in between Rana and Arundhati Reddy. It's going to be challenging for Vaishnavi here. Runs again. Through the gap again for this young bowler. Back-to-back boundaries for Sri Lanka.
The Sri Lankan batters needed to put up a better performance here in the second game. That's exactly what we're getting to see. They've been very positive. They've been looking to play shots. They've made full use of the opportunities whenever they were provided to them. Back-to-back boundaries, using the depth of the crease, playing it fine as well, and picking the cap to perfection, the left-hander.
She's been the highest scorer for Sri Lanka over the last 15 months in T20 internationals, Harshita Samaravikrama. She wants to utilize that form and she's doing it really well. 3 boundaries on the trot. It's been an expensive over. 13 conceded by Vaishnavi Sharma. 60 for 2.
मैचेस में बड़ा दे हिट क्या करें सेकंड नॉट सरदीप देंगे उनको करारी डिफीट वेयर दी एसी जर्सी एक्स्ट्रा प्रेशर में भी रखे अंडा समेत कपड़ा जर्सी की एसी तैसी टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल ऑलवेज काम करेंगे काम क्लाब
Sky Ball चलेगा सबका बैंक बचेगा IDFC First Bank India versus New Zealand First T20I 21st January at 6 p.m.
Harshita Samaravikrama has walked in and making the most of the time with those gaps in the field, with those placements, with the short ball, with the outside off-stump delivery. 3 boundaries in that previous over of Vaishnavi Sharma. Karthik Mitali Raj both in the com-box now. And Harman goes back to Kranti Gaud. I think she's mixing up her bowlers. She's brought in Kranti Gaud. Rana has already bowled 2 overs. Vaishnavi just went expensive in her first over, giving 13 runs. Since she's got 3 seamers. I think it's just wise to get a seamer in when the spinners been hit.
And also the modern norm is to not bowl left-arm spinners to left-handers. That's one of the reasons why Rana came into bowl. She bowled a couple, you only have 4. And she was forced to bring the other 2. I'm thinking she has to bring Charani as well at some stage.
4 more runs. You drop the ball short and the left-hander is ready to pounce on it.
corners of the wicket. They're getting enough time when you're pitching a little short. The Sri Lankan batters are quick to get into position. She's hammered that. Hasini Pereira almost ready to play that shot.
I think as batters you will know, Mithali and Anjum, that as a batter you need to send a lot of intent to the ball. That is something which was missing in the previous game from Sri Lanka. They were patting back full tosses, not using those loose deliveries. But this time around, they've been a lot more proactive in the way they have batted. They've shown that intent to the bowlers. Yeah, the first one, not a bad delivery, then overcompensating, trying to keep it slow, giving her a bit of width. Again the same, after having a chat with the captain. And she paid the price for it, Vaishnavi. Only 16 runs given away in that first game by her.
There's a little graphic that we are working upon from the first T20 which just to indicate where the Sri Lankan bowlers were looking to target the Indian batters vis-a-vis the Sri Lankan bowlers. The Indian bowlers were slightly more wayward than the Sri Lankan bowlers. When you look at how much they were attacking the stumps, I think the comparison in percentage was 17 to 18% that the Indian bowlers were hitting the stumps and Sri Lankan bowlers were 23 to 24%. Is it a very conscious effort to keep the ball away from the left-handers? Or a very conscious effort to not be at the stumps? We've seen that for Chamari Athapattu, who attacked the bowlers. We're seeing it from this pair as well. 66 for 2.
This island was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
We put ourselves in a place we don't belong.
Premier League, only on Geo Hotstar and Star Sports Network.
The Premier League broadcast on Geo Hotstar presented by Black and White Ginger Ale, non-alcoholic, in association with Eurogrip Tires. Fly Emirates.
Cricket supportive ground, much like any other, or rather all venues. But women's cricket comes back to this lovely stadium, lovely city after 12 years. A T20 international is being hosted here. When it did that first T20I, Sneha returns.
In a way, the Sri Lankan batters have forced Harmanpreet's hand here. Just look at the way Sneha has bowled. You've got two left-arm spinners in your armory. One has gone for 13 of the very first. So who do you bring back? Your best bowler, the most economical. Two left-handers. Can she find a wicket? Nicely bowled once again.
I think these two batters have also kept up the run rate. They've not allowed it to dip despite losing the skipper, Chamari Athapattu. They seem to be intent. There is intent. They want to execute the shots well. And today we've seen that they are able to play in front of the stumps. Previous game, a lot more predictable, playing those sweeps and reverse sweeps. But today we've seen few shots over the bowler's head, through the covers. There's a bit of planning happening. Harshita trying to sweep Sneha. With her grill. It's the rule. Just get checked by the physio. All is well.
As a custom, when the physio does come out, it's essential that they check with the batter. They do a few tests, few questions are asked, and the striker feels that she's good to go. Now she's back on strike.
No.
Very, very smart operator, Sneha. Vastly experienced.
also that before the ODI World Cup, she's really worked on speed, the reps that she wants to give to the ball, and you've seen that she's also clocked 80 and around 80.
I think that's a very valid point you make, Mithali, but just looking at the way she's operated she's into her third over. She's mixed up her deliveries, yes, but great control over the length she wants to bowl. And I think as a spinner in this format especially, that is of so much importance. 5 dot deliveries. So the pressure is building on the batter. They've done everything right in the previous overs. They've looked pretty solid. They've looked pretty confident in facing the other bowlers, but Sneha Rana has had a check on them.
What a lovely over. 10th over, maiden over by Sneha Rana. 66 for 2 at the end of 10, and it's a time where the umpires will indicate and call for drinks.
किवीज बिग मैचेस में बड़ा दे हिट क्या करें फिकर नॉट सरदीप देंगे उनको करारी डिफीट वेयर्स द एसी जर्सी एक्स्ट्रा प्रेशर में रखे अंडा समेत कपड़ा जर्सी की एसी तैसी टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल ऑलवेज काम करेंगे काम खिलाफ
Sky ball चलेगा सबका बैट बजेगा IDFC First Bank India versus New Zealand first T20I 21st January at 6 p.m.
We should take a trip as a family.
Yes, if you can leave your work behind.
Strictly family time.
Hutch, you're on vacation in a town run by the international cartels. You didn't take your family there, did you?
Yeah.
There's no way you were just some family man.
Find this nobody.
I told you.
Vacation!
The journey from prodigy to legend begins here. This is where greatness shows its first mark. The legends of tomorrow display their flair in the ICC Under-19 World Cup 2026.
2 gems of Indian cricket.
Get ready!
IDFC First Bank India versus New Zealand first ODI 11th January at 12:20 p.m.
I do remember some kids going missing. Quite a few. I need to be concerned. People only believe what they see with their own eyes.
Whoa!
बदलने वाली है reality shows की दुनिया The 50 coming soon Jio Hotstar और Colors पर.
They've enjoyed the first 10 overs. Had the captain hung around a bit more, the current score that Sri Lanka at this rate, 6.6, can get is 132. But the captain around, they would have been looking at in excess of 150, possibly 160 as well. But it's over to these two left-handers, Hasani Pereira and Harshita Samaravikrama. Sri Charani, the second left-arm spinner in this Indian bowling lineup, is thrown the ball. The first series for India when she played in England in the T20 internationals, she came off as a player of the series with those 10 against the English women's cricket team.
Hey!
First match, she got a wicket. She starts well. It's a sharp single. They were speaking about the percentage of deliveries in that first T20I for India and for Sri Lanka. The Indian bowlers were about close to 19%, or rather just 19%, hitting the stumps in the first T20 international. But looking at what the Sri Lankan bowlers and how they operated, they were a lot straighter. There were a lot more deliveries from the Sri Lankan